Imagine giving someone the keys to your home, your secrets, and your heart, only for them to lock you outside in the freezing cold. Betrayal isn't just a simple mistake or a minor disagreement. It's a sudden, violent earthquake in your mental landscape. It shatters the unwritten contract of trust and leaves an invisible, searing wound. When you are betrayed by a partner, a close friend, or a trusted family member, the pain doesn't just sit in your head, it settles heavy in your chest. It turns your past memories into lies and makes your future feel terrifyingly uncertain. Why does betrayal cut so deeply? Why does it feel like a physical blow that lingers for months or even years? In this video, we are going to demystify the psychology of betrayal. We will pull back the curtain on why your mind and body react so intensely, drawing on key historical research and psychological findings. By the end of this video, you won't just understand the uncomfortable truths behind why people betray and why it hurts so much. You will leave with the clarity needed to reclaim your power and heal. To understand why betrayal hurts unlike any other emotional pain, we have to look at how our brains are wired. In 1996, psychologist Dr. Jennifer Freed introduced a groundbreaking concept known as betrayal trauma theory. Dr. Freed discovered that betrayal causes a unique form of psychological trauma, especially when committed by someone we depend on for survival, security, or love. When a stranger harms you, your brain instantly activates its fight or flight response. But when a trusted loved one betrays you, your brain faces a terrifying paradox. The person who represents safety is now the source of danger. To handle this conflict, the human mind often resorts to a defense mechanism called betrayal blindness. You might ignore obvious red flags, rationalize dishonest behavior, or misremember events simply because your system cannot digest the terrifying reality that your safe harbor is unsafe. Modern neuroimaging backs this up. Brain scans reveal that emotional betrayal activates the anterior cingulate cortex, the exact same area of the brain that processes severe physical pain. When you say betrayal feels like a punch in the gut, your brain is literally processing it as physical damage. Why do people break trust in the first place? Is it always malice or is it something deeper? Let's look back to 1959 when social psychologists John Thiebaud and Harold Kelly developed social exchange theory. They explained that human relationships often operate on an internal ledger of costs and rewards. A person is far more likely to betray when they perceive that the cost of staying loyal outweighs the personal reward of the relationship, or when they believe a better alternative exists elsewhere. Adding to this, in 1957, psychologist Leon Festinger published his famous work on cognitive dissonance theory. When someone decides to betray you, their self-image as a good person collides with their hurtful actions. To eliminate this uncomfortable mental tension, the betrayer rarely apologizes genuinely at first. Instead, they rewrite the narrative in their mind. They blame you, they tell themselves, they forced me to do it, or they didn't appreciate me anyway. This uncomfortable truth explains why betrayers often act cold or hostile after getting caught. They aren't just fighting you, they are fighting their own guilt, using rationalization as a shield. The hardest part of betrayal isn't just losing a person, it's losing your trust in your own perception of reality. In 1992, trauma researcher Dr. Ronnie Janoff-Bullman introduced shattered assumptions theory. She posits that we all navigate the world using three fundamental assumptions. The world is benevolent. The world is meaningful and fair. The self is worthy and safe. When someone close betrays you, all three fundamental assumptions shatter simultaneously. You stop asking just, how could you do this? And start asking, what else in my life is a lie? Think of your reality like a puzzle. Betrayal doesn't just remove one piece, it dumps the entire table over. You begin rewinding months or years of conversations, wondering if every smile, every gift, and every shared laugh was genuine or manufactured. This mental hypervigilance is exhausting, but it is your brain's natural attempt to rebuild a safe worldview. Understanding the psychology of betrayal is the first step toward taking your life back. The pain you feel is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that you possess the courage to be vulnerable and authentic in a world where some choose deceit. The betrayer's actions were a reflection of their own internal deficits, cognitive dissonance, and low integrity, not a measure of your worth. As psychologist Dr. Robert Enright, a pioneer in the scientific study of forgiveness, noted in his 1998 research, healing from betrayal does not mean forgetting, nor does it require letting the betrayer back into your life. Real healing occurs when you rebuild your primary connection, the relationship with yourself. You now hold the knowledge. You know why it hurt, why they acted the way they did, and that your brain's physical response was completely normal. The puzzle of your life may have been knocked over, but you get to decide how to rebuild it, stronger, wiser, and far more resilient than before. If this video brought you clarity or helped you make sense of the noise, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, stay wise, stay strong, and keep building.